Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. And it's good to see everybody still here. All right. Everybody that joined us this year. This has been one of the best years, I'll say. One of the best years trading, the best years mentoring. Me and my brother started a lot of stuff. But yeah, let's get into this right here. Yesterday I had set it up like quite perfectly for us. I would say kind of like it was a pretty easy on the lower time frames. That's why I like on the lower time frames, I would say it was more of a was more yesterday's price action, like a 5 minutes. Because if you stayed on the higher time frames, it probably would just look too choppy, look too rally, I would say, right? Too bullish. So, but whenever price displays like this, right, it always gives us a dealing range. That's why today is kind of like a good looking day, right, to trade. Right here is two things I kind of want to see. Right, I kind of want to see this short scalp happen right here. It's gonna be like a lower time frame scalp. I'm observing this already. Right, this was our prior daily highs right here. Price swept these old highs. Just follow structure. Especially on the lower time frames, like the 5 minutes and the 15, that's where it's like the overall structure is like where like the candlesticks open up a little bit, right? We can see a little bit more. So price give us this liquidity sweep, broke here, build all these internal range highs. Then I was waiting for that 830. It was a 830 CPI, PPI. I was waiting for that before I started the live, just so I can see if that was gonna give us like a strong manipulation, but it wasn't really nothing too crazy. It wasn't nothing too crazy. But after price extend right here, right, during that 740, mitigate this 15-minute order block. Right. That's a quick overview just so we can see exactly like why I wanted to pull price down here. Right here, I'll say it's like a good target. Right. Right here, like it already started already, right? That's why I had like put a little test micro in. Because right here, price already pulled back. Mitigate this rejection order block right here. Clear this prior high. Perfect. All right. Internal range size right here. Now we have that last displacement. Right. That's why I saw it already kind of looked clean already, right? We have that last displacement. This could possibly be a good 120 point trade. That ain't bad. Here also we have this last 30-minute order block right here, right? This last 30-minute breaker. I feel like price is gonna come back here and possibly give us like a displacement here, but I really want to see this right here. Like I stated, the first fair value gaps is like the should be your main take profit, right? Let's go back on the 5 minutes. Now you can kind of see that price leaves this beautiful fair value gap right here, right? This is where I kind of want to see like a retest here, right? It's a candlestick retest. I feel like he did something on the three, but I'm gonna leave it still here. This looks clean here. I'm gonna leave it here. This whole zone. Because this is the breaker right here, right? The last bearish candlestick before price rallied higher to give us this liquidity sweep here. If we don't get this and price just displays lower, it's still a good, like, it's still gonna set it up perfectly, right? It's still gonna set it up perfectly. But on that retest, I just wanna, that's when I wanna load it up even more, I would say. Let's go back on that five. And one thing too, right? The bullish bias is still like in play, right? This is more of a short sell, right? To anticipate a bad bullish rally. Because in this dealing range right here, right? Whenever price just extends so high like this, like sometimes it doesn't really looking for like it's not really looking to just crash, right? Not all the time. Let's go on the 4 hour. We still have this 4 hour order block right here, right? Like I had stated on the pre-market yesterday. And so this high right here is kind of to me inducing this. So for me, price is more mitigating this for a quick drop lower, right? To then bring it back higher in a way. Here we go. Now it's dumping a little bit. And with these trades too, right? I've been diversifying my accounts a little bit, right? For my top step accounts, that's where I'm just gonna be scalping more. Just scalping more. I have all those accounts passed already, so I just gotta activate them and just scalp, right? Like cause on the top step is more scalping base. I can't hold like a 15-minute setup, like a big setup yet on those 50Ks, I would say. That's why I got the trading file. I went back on the trading files. I had two of them last year. Now in the beginning of the year, I had two of them, but Top Step was paying out so good. That's why I had to go back to Top Step. But the trader files is more of a like a long term day trading type of account, right? It's a bigger and it's slower, if that makes sense. So it's I can hold on a little bit more and just like day trade just a little bit more. Mm. If we do get a solid pullback, I'm probably still take that sell. You see, right here at these lows, both lows right here. I'm gonna let it be on the 15 minutes for a second, just so I can see. Mhm. Yeah, this year has been one of the like. Hopefully next year, right? Hopefully next year. That's why right now we're trying to get everything set up at the end of the year. So the consistency and everything comes with us in the beginning of next year. Right. About like a month and a half left. Right. Those are the times now you're gonna see everybody else pushing their hardest, right? As I feel like everybody right now should be pushing their hardest to just end the year good, but to start 2026 with good. And a lot of you are already doing it right now, right? The fact that you are here, even learning trading is is something you should be proud of, to be honest. There we go. That's a nice tap in. Says this up right. I really like this trade because this low right here is really like one of the main things that I was observing right here, right? This low to me failed to take price higher. It was just used to clear this liquidity. And we got this clean displacement, 5 minute break, um, retest right here, mitigate this to potentially drop it back down here. Really, this old low is what I'm targeting, just the recent. Want to see if we can get that displacement, but all right, I'm gonna bring you guys on my chart so I can show you just a little bit more. Trying to show everybody just like the executions and just let me just show everybody. Let me bring it here. All right. So you don't need a big range, right? Always keep that in your mind. You don't need a huge range to make any amount of money, right? For me, 1,500 to 3,000 per day is like I've trained my mind to be able to do this consistently, right? And that's just based on different factors, right? So a small range like this right here was already $1,000, right? 28 points, right? It was already $1,000 right here, but that was 20 micros. It's more of about I had remember working with DS last in the beginning of the year, but it's more of about just having confidence in the setup and then knowing like where it may go, right? I'm gonna close, let me see. I'm gonna close 10 of these. No, I'm gonna close it all. Yeah, I'm gonna close it all. I messed up. I had just ended up. My bad. I had meant to click buy so I can close it. That doesn't still mess me up. But yeah, I'm gonna just close it all, right? But still right here, right? You what I'm trying to say is that like you only need a small range, right? Just a small range. You don't need the big rally. Right? The big rally is to just for us to have like a clear target, right? But you don't need a clear target for this right here. Right? Just that small move, if you load it up perfectly, right here, we took the trade. If you just load it up perfectly and you wait patiently, right? Then price is just gonna give you that small rally. I was really meant to just leave a runner running just so I can see it hit the prior low. Yeah, that's funny as hell. That's crazy. But yeah, it still closed at 1466. So that was still a good short. That was still a good short. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna see right here if we can get this back up down here. This was just a quick morning scalp. Like I stated before, right? To me, this is more of a sell to buy, right? Price wants to sell lower, right? Just so we can for me, it's really probably remitigating this fair value gap in this order block, but we may even pull back inside of this zone right here too, because we have this old order block here. But I'm gonna let this play out just so I can turn on this setup too. But the main thing I was trying to explain is just that don't don't look at the zone, right? Don't look at the range. Don't look at I'm gonna get this big range here and I'm gonna make this amount of money, right? It's all about knowing exactly like if you know that price is gonna pull down to these old lows right here, right? Then you can be confident in your entry and loading it up just a little bit because you know you have a safe stop loss and price will not more likely not come back up here, right? We already got enough rejections inside of this zone. We already got this rejection. Price already broke to this low, this entering range low. It doesn't have the incentive, right? It's all about building a narrative behind every trade, and you take your profits based on the same exact thing, right? Based on the same exact profits. If you up a certain amount, like right now, I got like I was gonna leave the one micro, but like 1,500 is still cool, right? That's the welcome me back on the charts, right? I, you always wanna when you get back trading too, right? If you ever take like a day break, 2 week break, never rush back in, right? Any student of mine, I usually tell them start back on demo. I don't know if Nini's in here. I think she had went back on demo just to slow down a little bit. But those are the things that is just like it's just gonna retrain you, right? To just be like to be more confident, right? Like you're gonna hear me say that a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of other traders say that a lot, but this whole market thing is about you having self-belief and just like executing confidently, knowing what you need to be doing. But you could have seen this setup, right? But if you don't understand it yet and you don't get it yet and you don't you didn't press the sell button, right? that doesn't make you a bad trader. It doesn't make you horrible at all, right? It's just you it's just like a new player on a team, right? They're probably scared to go on the court, right, and play for like in front of 50,000 people. But the player that's been doing that for so long, they're like they get excited to go on the court, right? It's a different feeling for them. Like to them, it's not anxiety, it's more happiness, right? So if you're feeling anxiety during the charts, it's just the beginning phases, right? It's just beginning phases. Over time, you're just gonna get more comfortable, and like you're gonna raise your own contracts in your own zones. I'll say, right? So it won't be like me telling you you should now start risking 10 micros, 20 micros. You're just gonna have the inner confidence that, oh, 10 micros, I don't it doesn't bring me pain inside to press 10 micros, right? Just like right now, you see me use 20 micros. Back then, for anybody that was on the earlier lives in the beginning of the year, I was only using 5 micros, right? I was telling the students only 5 micros only, right? Like for me, only 5 micros, and I was targeting 100 points, right? Those 5 micros used to bring me $1,000. But then over time, right, through back testing and just learning more and more, I realized I can just the same exact trades, I can just risk 20 micros, right? 20 micros and just get a shorter range, but still make double the money, right? It's all about learning and just progress and more. That's why it's like I can never trading to me is just like it's a ever growing thing. Like I may be off the charts for like 2 weeks, but I'm still here learning. I'm still here trying to get better. It's like I can't. It's like I can't beat it, right? And because I can't beat it, the only thing I can do is to work with it, right? Like that's why I love trading. It's an ever growing skill. That's what I'm trying to say. It's an ever growing skill. I'm gonna test this out right here. I'm gonna see if this finish playing now. This zone too. Now we got this last drop lower, right? We're gonna have the 9:30 open. Let's see. I'm gonna let the next hours show me what it's gonna do. Because if we can get like a nice 15-minute sweep here, then it's for sure gonna give us a beautiful range up here. Practice on a demo maybe. Yeah, demo will help you accept risk too. Yeah, like treat demo like it's live too. Don't over risk, but treat it like potentially, right? What you would have used if it was live. Like if you were trading like a 50K account or something like that, like practice using the same lot contracts as you would on live if it was like a real live account. It's gonna it's gonna like help you embody that even more. So by the time you get on live, you've been using the same exact risk. Like it's the exact like you don't lose nothing at all. But yeah, never try to make crazy money on demo. It's gonna bring not good trading things to your brain. Where then you're gonna try to replicate the same things you did on demo. Like I've seen people rent it up 6 figures in weeks on demo, and then try to replicate the same things. Like on a prop firm is a way different, right? It's a way different psychological issue. It's not even the prop firm you fighting against. It's more you. Um, literally it's more you. It's more your emotions, your just like this trade, right? If I had just let it play just a little bit, I could have made 2K. So it wasn't the market I was fighting against, right? That was just like a error, right? It was just human error, right? A lot of things in the markets, I label them human error for me. Just so it's like it allows me to have control over it and I can figure out what to do after, right? It's not just I didn't just take this trade and not knowing for this, right? I knew this, I knew the risk before going in. So if you already like it's like I wanna say this, but not really say, but trying to make it together. It's like a heist, right? Imagine everybody going inside of a bank to rob the bank, but nobody knows where the safe is. Nobody knows nothing, right? They don't have a plan. So it's like they're walking in to get caught, if that makes sense. It's just like the same thing in trading. It's like if you come on the market without no plan, without no nothing, you walking in to get trapped. All right, you walking in to get trapped. So, but so far, right, all the students that I've been seeing, like a lot of people made crazy progress this year. This year alone was like one of the craziest years I've had mentoring. 2024 was perfect. I'll say 2024 we helped so much students. Tony, it was like a lot of students, GT, but this year alone was a big year, right? And it's like a good momentum for next year. So anybody that's here now, it's like all of y'all to me already know trading now, right? All of y'all know trading. Anybody that's here now, I'll say you guys know the setups, know the zones. If I say something, you guys know exactly what I'm saying and you understand it. That right there is the best spot to be in right now, right? It's the best spot, right? Just because it's um this is the improvement spot right now, right? This is where you now have to go inside of you and understand you more than you understand the market now, because you probably put in so much work in the markets and candlesticks and studying and studying and studying. Now you got to look at you now. What are my issues, my problems, right? Am I battling like for me it was greed. It was greed because when you're trying to get out of poverty and you in debt, like the last thing you want to do, like the last thing like you want is like the only thing you want, I'll say, is more money. Yeah, is more money. So you're not satisfied. That's like greed to me was I had to realize I had to just be satisfied with what I got. Be grateful when to be grateful. And that gratitude brought me more. Right. So greed was like my biggest issue. My biggest issue. Just wanting more. That's why you even now you may still see me close my trades early. All of that is to battle the greed, right? That I used to all of those are like measurements to battle the greed, right? To battle the greed, like things that I put in place to battle the greed. If I'm up 1,500, I'm just gonna close it instead of letting it hit down here because you don't know how much times, right? I was up a certain amount of money, but I wanted more, right? I wanted more. I wanted price to sell more, and I didn't take my profits, and I paid for that, right? Price probably went back and drawdown, took me out, and then I'm crying about why did I take the trade? Like it's all those things, right? You keep messing up over and over again, you're gonna figure yourself out that dang, if I don't stop this, I'm gonna keep doing this. And that's when you're gonna realize, oh, I need to fix these small issues. But a lot of the problems, they're just internal issues, right? Greed, fear, those are the big ones. Greed and fear, right? Fear of losing the account when it's not yours anyways. Fear of losing money when you already lost thousands already every day, every week. Like just a lot of fear, right? That allows you to not execute, that allows you to doubt, right? Doubt the setups, doubt the strategy, doubt yourself. But those two to me is the biggest. Like I didn't have fear at all because like when you need the money bad, you don't have no fear. It's like me, I was head first in the markets, head first. Like it's like I wanted the money bad. For me, it was more greed. It was more wanting more. I wanted more. I wanted more from the markets, I'll say. Just that greed. But once you fix those things, like, consistency, that's what comes with it, right? Just because it's like you're gonna see that if today, right, I made 1,500. If 2 more days I made 1,500 this week. That's gonna be like 4K, 5K week, right? So I only need to trade 2, 3 more days now to make like 5K this week, right? It's all about simplifying it so simple to the point where it's like your brain just it's so easy to you. It's like to me now making 3 to 5K a week used to be a struggle in my brain. It used to be pain, right? But is that simplification? If I can make 1,500 here, another 1K trade another day, another low 1,200 here. I'm bound to hit my 3 to 5K per week. per week goal, right? And if I didn't even if I don't hit it, as long as I come out profitable or at a small loss. Like last week was a break even week. I didn't make much, I didn't lose much. It was just right there. Like I just walked away from the profits I made the prior week. So it was just like a back and forth type of motion. Even though the price action was clean, my mind wasn't there fully yesterday last week. So my bad, everybody, for the rant. My bad, everybody, for the rant. To be honest, you can trade this pair any times, to be honest. It's not we usually wait till market open just because we have that morning manipulation, right? That morning 9:30 manipulation. But mostly it's just this right here. Whenever you see a setup, it's not about one thing that I try to preach to everybody, right? It's not about just being too technical or too precise or even trying to be right, right? Trading is all about making money, right? That's trading, right? Trading turned into being right the past couple years, right? Where more people have like gone into this frame with like wanting to prove something, but the main like majority of the trading, like I still hold my retail mindset, right? From when I trade retail strategies, and when you trade retail strategies, it's all about finding like a quick trade, right? And just taking the trade and just executing. So this trade right here was more of a morning rally, right? Morning manipulation, right? I'm kind of like anticipating the future in a way, just a little bit. So first we kind of see price extend higher, clear this prior high. On the fifth, I'm gonna go on the 15 minutes just so I can explain it just a little bit better. There we go right here. So you can kind of see that price rally higher, clear this prior high, then drop lower right here. Give us a break of structure right here. Pullbacks, everything here is just internal range liquidity. We had a 15-minute order block. Price wicked into it around 7:30, right? I usually get on the markets around 7:38. Right? 7:38 is when I started doing like my back like a back testing or just trying to just mark up everything that just happened just so I can see what am I gonna look for. So after we got this rally here, I was just waiting for it to just give me like a clean displacement. We had 8:30 news, right? PPI. I was kind of hoping that it cleared that high to then give us a more solid drop lower, but it didn't do that at all. But we still got this 5 minute break here, right? This a 5 minute break right here. Price went a little higher. This was the wick. It stayed inside of this. Oh, it stayed inside of this wick. Internal range highs. Display slower. Now we have a 5 minute wick. To me, it's still probably gonna retest here. I'm gonna let this. Let's see this up right here, and then right here is just a nice pullback right here. Just a nice retest and pullback. But like I stated, we don't need like you don't need like a big range. I'm still looking for it to pull here, just so in case we can get like a 15-minute sweep to bring price all the way back up here. But a 20-point scalp, like right here, these old lows, right? These old lows right here, and these old lows in here. I'm just gonna pull back. Respect that fair value gap and then drop lower. But yeah, that was really it. So it's more like a sell to buy. I'm kind of anticipating the sell, right? Anticipating the sell first. So later, possibly around 9:30, right? In 5 minutes, we're gonna see if price can just drop lower, give us that manipulation right here. That may bring price up here now. Or, right? Still in the 15 minutes. If we do get a clean displacement, right? A clean displacement, then for sure, like I was saying, during the, I had released just like a small video yesterday, but we may get like a displacement and then a retest right here. This whole zone right here, I'll say. I hate marking up just like one of these candlesticks. It's because on the 30 minutes, In the higher time frames, it's like it's like this whole zone right here is enough. I'll say this order block, this and this fair value gap. That's perfect. So if price purged through this, right, that's when it's gonna be more of a break in retest right here to this displace because none of this is gonna be able to hold. I would say to this prior 930 low. Then because this is the prior daily low right here. This is gonna be the next pool of liquidity. I feel like this is gonna happen too. I have a feeling this might happen, but also right because we already have this clean rally. Price rarely likes to go too deep. Right? This is just based on just my back testing and just seeing it happen a lot of times, right? It's just sometimes price just pull back, give us that 15-minute wick, play around, probably another sweep to then we see that price come attack this prior high. It's more like a pullback to then an extension. But the main way, right, this usually happens would be right here, right? That's why it's like the sell to me is way more powerful. You kind of see here. Sometimes price do this, right? This would have been the extension to clear that high right here, right? This right here. But since it stayed here and then displaced lower here, that was like the main take for me to just like, all right, we may get that pullback to drop lower here instead. Like a drop, respect. Now this low becomes the weak low. There we go right here. If that makes sense for anybody that was watching. But yeah. But after this is done though, right? Just position yourself. We're going to 15. We have a 15-minute order block near this range right here. Possibly just use the wick too, right? But the whole range right here would be perfect. Just something that would bring price higher. Because to me, this more like a like a clear order block. It looks similar to this one day. Look at this order block, right? The low retested it to then pull back, right? But this was like the clear 4 hour a daily order block. Price just extend right at it. It's kind of like the same exact setup, right? The candlesticks never really change. Um, if you see like a daily candlestick and like a 15-minute candlestick and they look similar, like all the setups are like the same. It's a term we use. It's called fractal, where it's like the setup may be on the 4 hour, but on the when you zoom in on the 15 minutes, it looks just a little bit more price action. It's still the same, but it looks a little bit different. It's like right here, right? We got this clean displacement, price mitigate this. If we do get like a clean sweep, it may not even something that I was observing too, since he gave a sweep of this low and already mitigated this fair value gap, right? The main reason I wanted to pull down here is was this. Price usually fill these small gaps. Right? Whenever we have like a small gap like this, that's a small volume imbalance, right? That's a small volume imbalance. Usually pull back and fill those. But just like I stated right here, right? It may stays inside of this range too, just because we got this liquidity sweep and an internal range break here. So if we start getting like a clean manipulation, that's still perfect too. But overall, now that this buy trade is kind of done for me personally, right? This first low was like the main low right here. Either we're gonna clear this low, right, and then show like a potential reverse, or we're probably gonna stick inside of this right here to then show that potential reverse. But either way, right, that manipulation is what we're expecting. Yeah, this buy reversal looks like it's on the play now. on the lower time frames. It's like a seconds model right here. I ain't take it, but it's like a seconds model right here. We have a break on that retest. Retested this 1 minute order block. I'm probably gonna take it on the. Let me see this. Yeah. Whenever we didn't, it's mainly this right here, right? That really gave me a little bit of confidence. If price had pulled back and purged higher, right, to sweep that high, then yeah, this it would have been a buy reversal. It was the fact that it stayed inside of here, and then we get this break right here. Overall, it was still a pretty good, solid name. They didn't give the confirmation I was looking for. Yeah, that buy didn't give that confirmation at all. But yeah, today was pretty good day. Pretty good day to start back up. Let me know if you guys like that early the 8:30 a.m. start. Um, I kind of like it to be honest. That's usually when I usually be start doing my pre-market anyways. Yeah, the 8:30. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the 8:30. 8:30 I would say is when is more crap right here. Yeah, the 8:30 is where the most manipulations. After that manipulation happens, that first 30 minute give us that the directional bias. Oh shit. That junk is dropping crazy. You see, that's why I tell you guys, man. It's some days you're gonna take profits early and you're gonna miss out on some more. But the key is to hold, like, don't get back in there. Don't get greedy and just let it be. Right. Be grateful. Right. I'm literally showing you the exact same things that I went through. Back then I would have definitely got greedy and won more. Because I know it's gonna go down here, right? I know it's gonna go down here, but you don't know how much times I just sold and price just closed on me in reverse. The confidence for me comes from calling it out to the T and seeing it drop like crazy like this. This is where the confidence and stuff come from. It's just calling it out and just seeing it happen live and understanding what I just did and seeing the future potentials in there. This is gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of value. If you want more and want to join me and trade live with me every single morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you check out the link in the description for Spektrades, right? This is where experience meets execution, where you're going to be trading live with me. I've been trading for 5 years since 2019, and I live trade every single morning with my students. So make sure you check out all the links in the description to either join Spektrades or book a free call to talk with me one-on-one to see exactly how I can help you. Make sure you like and subscribe down below for the next videos. This is going to be it. Spektrades out.